So welcome to Changbai Mountain. We are just below the iconic Heavenly Lake, which if you look up a picture of Changbai Mountain, you'll see a picture of that incredible lake. And what we're doing is we are harvesting wild chaga mushroom, the chaga that you get for here at SuperFeast. And the chaga that's so incredible, so incredibly potent, so powerful, not just because it's one of the highest foods in antioxidants, it's one of the most adaptogenic foods, it's one of the most immune modulating, immune building foods, but because we're getting our chaga from here, in the birch forest of far northeast China, absolutely pristine environment and a protected environment. So we're here in autumn. Now normally they're going to be going in and harvesting starting in the spring, mostly in the summer. And when it gets to autumn time like this, that national park where they are permitted in the summer to go and harvest wild, they close it because all the pine nuts are kicking and too many humans are going in, collecting those pine nuts, and there weren't enough for the animals. And so the local government shut that down. So what we do here with chaga is we work with individual harvesters, individual people. There's no big group or no big business that's going in and harvesting that wild chaga. It's individuals, and it's a very long tradition going in and harvesting a lot of wild chaga that grows so prolifically here through these birch forests. So what they'll do is a bunch of them will get together. We've got a guide, Mr. Tsang here, and he's been doing this for 20 years. And he learned that from some masters that have been doing it for longer than that. And what they'll do is they'll trek in for 7 days and they'll live off the mountain, and they'll go in and they'll put on their little contraptions, their little shoes they'll strap on, and they'll spike. Oh, hang on, what have we got going on here? Little axing of some chaga just near me. We'll go and get that footage soon for you guys. They'll put on their shoes. I actually just had to go and climbed up a birch tree to collect some chaga. And you claw your way in, and you climb up nice and high, and you harvest that chaga. So at the moment, the chaga is so prolific in the Changbai area that not even touching the population of birch. And the ecosystem is very nice and healthy. It's still robust. It's not been taxed. Now, I've been talking a lot about how long that's going to be a sustainable practice. So for now, it's seen as an extremely sustainable practice, but there is already an awareness that the market and the demand is growing for chaga, and so there's talk of permits being given, or people can apply for permits to go in and harvest that chaga, since it's getting more popular, but at the same time it's somewhat protected by just how difficult it is to go and get into these regions, find the chaga, and apparently most people are deterred by the amount of snakes and just how deep you need to go into these places where there's no road access. You need to actually trek deep in to get to this chaga, and so it's protected in that way. But we're really considering it over the next few years, where that point is where we need to put the earth first. That's always our motto. Earth comes first, environment comes first. And at that place, we're gonna keep our finger on the pulse and make sure we're sourcing chaga from places where the environment's still singing and we're not depleting it in any way. So, guys, chaga, as you know, is just like one of my absolute favorites, and it's been amazing coming up here and connecting with Changbai Mountain. I'm going to go and strap on these special spiky shoes and get up there and harvest a couple of more.